Okay, so let's wrap up with one more slide, what I call the thought-provoking charts.
Okay,
In focus is the official title, I guess.
It is, yeah. And what we're watching, and US inflation is the thing. Is it still depressed? We'll find out when we see this. Well, we'll get some clue when we get the CPI data in about 20 minutes' time. But I just wanted to flag really that both inflation expectations is based on a market measure, and this is a chart that shows the one-year break-even expectations for inflation as derived from the price of US bonds, and how that's sold. Well, you can see the trend here has been down pretty much since 2012. We saw a brief rally in expectations at the beginning of the year, but it's caved in sharply and gone back below zero. Remember, 2% is the Fed's target price for inflation, if you will. This is the gain line, and at the moment the Treasury market is suggesting that there's some way to go before we're even back into positive territory. Yep. If we look to price-based measures, here we've got the rate of inflation in the bold black line, and the US CPI Consumer Price Index in the dotted grey line. You can see that whilst the CPI is trending higher in the red ellipse, the actual inflation rate's been trending lower. The thick black line here is the forecast, so it looks to me as if the inflation rate is actually likely to break below the forecast line, and that would sort of be borne out by the chart here on the left. So it's a real mixed picture as far as US inflation is concerned, a bit like the UK really. House prices are going up, wages seem to be growing, but everything else, prices seem to be flattening, and it's up to the bank, I suppose, to the central bank to decide whether it is going to rely on traditional measures of inflation or whether it will look through that into selected data points and make up its mind from there.
Because I saw a piece in the newspaper yesterday, no-flation. I hadn't heard that term.
Well, that would certainly, sum things up, and it's probably the case for most of the developed world. That's where they are. The only probably possible exception is Brazil, but they've got high inflation, but for all the wrong reasons.
Absolutely.